What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Tech Tip Tuesday. My name's Justin Skaggs from Webs Online. If you forgot to check out last week's video, we started talking about tree installation and using that for shade in your pond, the pros, the cons. In summary, probably best just to use aquatic plants, but let's say you're already steadfast. Let's talk about placement and positioning. Now, if you're just installing a pond and you want to incorporate a tree from your property into the actual pond itself, using it for shade, this still is very applicable. If you're buying a new tree and you want to position it, again, go back, check the other video for the pros and cons of that. But let's say you're already steadfast, you're doing it anyway, still applicable. Let's get into it. It's very common sense. The sun rises in the east, sets in the west. So if you position your tree, or rather your pond, to the tree, so that the tree is north of the pond, you are not going to maximize the shade that you get from the tree itself. Obviously, it goes without saying, south of the pond, equally as bad. If the tree is north or south of the pond and it does still overhang enough, you're going to get shade, but it's not going to be incredibly timely or very expansive over the surface of the pond area. If you're doing it purely for the aesthetic and you're still going to introduce other aquatic life, like lilies and things like that, you're going to be fine. But if you're hoping that this will do all of your shading for you, you really need to get it in such a place where it maximizes the actual time and shade coverage from the angle of the sun itself. This is going to be the final point on the topic. If you are installing a new tree, speak to your arborist. Figure out what exactly is going to live well in the ecosystem, but also create the most coverage. Cross that with what you want visually for your property, and that's probably your best answer. Actually, there is one more thing. You're going to want to have your arborist talk to your pond contractor, because if the roots of that tree you're installing are going to grow into the actual bed of your pond and start destroying that, you're going to have a very expensive problem on your hands. So I can't stress enough that this is something that's tricky if done at its best. There you have it. That's my tech tip. Consider that. For all of your aquatic plant needs, you guys can always go to Webs Online. We have all these great products, and you can always contact Joe if you have any questions. I want to know your tech tips, your questions. You can leave those down in the comments section below as well. Till next time, take care and enjoy your pond.